So I made this camera thing. I made this camera that basically simulates the camera from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And basically the camera is meant to look at the player and center the screen towards like the top of the head of the player, which would be the top of the cylinder. And or this capsule I mean. And if I move to the left, it rotates the camera, and if I keep moving to the left, you'll see that it's basically going around in circles. And if if there's a wall between where the ideal position of our player here and the camera, if there's something between them, it's going to automatically like shrink the position and basically calculate a path that doesn't clip through the cube. And basically it looks really good and I really like it, and I learned a lot about it. This is actually my second time trying to do this, but this time around I managed to simplify it a lot and use a lot of less code and basically use event patterns and Unity events to basically make this all you know what I mean, and make it so like if I move I can reuse the moving script in another project without any problems, and the same with the camera. And one big thing that I discovered while making this is that the Unity apparently added a constraint that's called look at constraint, which actually makes the camera or the object look towards another object. In this case would be the head of our player, which should be right here, although it's invisible. And also another thing I discovered, there's this function which is called smooth damp, which basically allows me to do all the math for the camera, but with velocity included, without having to do a loop or a coroutine to basically interpolate it through time. So basically what it does, I calculate our ideal position, which is already calculated if there's a block or anything like that, and it takes our velocity and our smooth time, and the velocity would be the velocity of the camera moving, and the smooth time would be the amount of time it takes. And yeah, this function right here, I would suggest everyone who's going to do a game and needs to basically a camera to use it a lot and a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it. My best recommendation for camera movement: put it on your late update or fixed update. In this case, interestingly, works with the fixed update. Not sure why. It started a lot in the late update, but that's usually not the case. But in this case, I would highly recommend using this move damp. It made my life so much easier.